Blessings and welcome to the path to freedom. This wonderful, magical, amazing path that we get to walk, where we continuously get to, through introspection, through self awareness, through mindfulness, through being conscious and active participants in our lives, continuously get to transform our lives over and over and over again, allowing for ever expanding peace and love and joy and harmony and wholeness to well up from within, because they're never missing, they're never lacking. Anytime and every time we feel void of peace, where we feel that happiness is somewhere outside of us, or that joy is somewhere outside of us, or that harmony is somewhere outside of us, or abundance is somewhere outside of us, wholeness is somewhere outside of us. Anytime we feel that, that's only us turning our attention away from that which is here, that which is now. And so, through expanding our consciousness and through becoming more and more mindful, we really get to strengthen and build and strengthen our beautiful presence muscles, our beautiful attention muscles. And as we strengthen these, we get to move through life with all its ups and downs, with all the things that are happening in the world and in our lives. We get to move through life increasingly, ever expandingly untouched by that which is happening, because we know that peace, we are peace, because we know that we are love, because we know that we are harmony, because we know that we are wholeness. And so we become ever more adept at balancing the two wings of spirituality, the spiritual wing and the human wing, the human aspect and the spiritual aspect of our incarnation, of our beingness. So that even when things are messy in our lives, even when things are happening, even when there's turbulence, when there's turmoil, we still get to live and be peace. We still get to live and be harmony and wholeness and joy and love and all of these. So this is what we're in for. This is the ride. As we're walking this path, this is the ride. This is the job that is cut out for us. To choose more and more and more, to choose to be in peace, to choose to be in harmony, to choose to be in love, to choose to be in joy, even when things are swirling. My name is Daniel Roquillo, and I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm very grateful that I am here, that I get to walk this path. And today's topic, so this beautiful path that we get to walk, this path of freedom, it rests on three pillars. And kind of like a tripod, we need to have balance. We need to have these three pillars balanced, more or less equally balanced. Otherwise, it'll tip over into one direction or the other. And so these three pillars, they are the pillar of trust and surrendering, which is where we get to trust that whatever happens, whatever seems to be in our external conditions and circumstances, God is all there is. Whatever we choose to call it, we can choose to call it God, or the benevolent loving presence, or higher power, or the universe, or energy, or something else. But whatever we call it, it is all there is. It is the all in all. It is eternal. It is infinite. There are many ways to describing this, but we trust that. We trust that this, the all that is, that it is benevolent, that it is good, that it is always for itself, that it is not vengeful, that it is not vindictive, it doesn't choose or pick favorites, it doesn't have anger issues, it doesn't judge, it doesn't condemn, it doesn't blame, but it is always for itself, always benevolent. And we also get to trust that it is always expressing itself perfectly, meaning that whatever seems to be Divine perfection is always happening. Divine and perfect timing is always happening. Divine and perfect action is always happening. Divine and perfect activity is always happening. So there are no mistakes, there are no random acts, there's no chance, no luck, nothing like that. So this is the pillar of trust and surrender, unconditional trust and surrender. Then we have the pillar of manifestation, which is where we learn the principles of the sacred laws. We learn the principles of demonstration and manifestation so that we get to align ourselves with these principles, allowing for the good that we wish to experience to flow into our lives with ever expanding ease and grace. And then we have the pillar called, what I call, practicing the presence, which is where we really get to be mindful, where we really get to be present with that which is. And so the topic for today, it is, what is here now? Because as we are moving through life and stuff happens and things happen in the world and in our lives that are not to our liking necessarily. And we have the tendency, the human mind has the tendency to abandon the nowness of this moment, to flee or to leap into time, past, present, and future. And please be aware that the present tense is not necessarily the same as the nowness of this moment. The present tense is where we are hijacked by the mind, but we are looking at that which is. Like, I could be sitting here and I could have, let's say that I had a pimple on my nose, and being caught in the present tense would mean me being more concerned with what anyone watching or anyone seeing this pimple would think of me, or what you who are listening to this or watching this, what you're thinking about the words that are flowing through me, or the t-shirt that I'm wearing, or my necklace, or the paintings in the background. That's the present tense. And then obviously we have the nowness of this moment. It is being here and now without judging, without having opinions, simply witnessing and observing. And this is where we want to live. But the mind has this tendency to leap between these three tenses, past, present, and future. It regurgitates, it reminisces past events and experiences. It projects onto the present moment and into the future, doom and gloom and worst case scenarios and all the bad things that may happen, how bad it is and how worse it can get. So our job, if we want to remain sane, is to come back to the nowness of this moment. Really, really, really practice the presence. Witnessing and observing the content that is flowing through our minds, obviously, the thoughts and the emotions that we are experiencing. It may be anger, it may be resentment, it may be fear, it may be worry, all kinds of things. Witnessing and observing that. Embracing and allowing whatever is to be what it is. As that beautiful statement goes, everything is nothing until we make it something. The t-shirt I'm wearing, it's neither here nor there. It's neither beautiful or ragged. It's not right, it's not wrong. It's not good, it's not bad. Unless we make it this or that. So we get to witness and observe, embrace and allow that which is. And a beautiful question, as another beautiful statement goes, all our problems lies in time, meaning that it is when we get hijacked by projections or hijacked by past judgments about things that have happened in the past. That is when we get in trouble. that is when suffering arises. That is when anxiety arising and stress arises. And so, coming back to the nowness of this moment, being very present, withdrawing our attention from time into that which is here now, allows us to tap into, allows us to invite the peace that is here, the joy that is here, the harmony that is here, the wholeness that is here, the abundance that is always here. All of these are fully present in the nowness in this moment, because all of these are qualities of spirit, dimensions of this benevolent loving presence that is all there is, that is fully present everywhere. And so a beautiful question that we can ask as we are finding ourselves, as we become aware of being hijacked by time, of being hijacked by past memories or past events or future tripping, that is an invitation for us to come back to the nowness of this moment, to steep ourselves, to ground ourselves, to anchor ourselves, to... There's usually another word that fits in there, but it doesn't matter. As we come back to the nowness of this moment, we get to release whatever is giving rise to this stress, to the anxiety, to the fear, to the worry. It doesn't necessarily dissolve the emotion or the emotional reaction immediately, but now we're not hijacked by it. So how do we come back? How do we come back? Well, there's obviously many techniques, many ways of coming back. But in the moment, so there's meditation obviously, and there's all manner of breathing exercises that we can do that build and strengthen that presence muscle. But in the moment of becoming aware, a beautiful way of really steeping ourselves in the nowness of this moment is by taking a couple of conscious deep breaths. So let us do that just now, in this now moment. We may want to close our eyes, we may want to put a smile on our face, because that smile assists the body in releasing tension, assists the body in releasing anxiety. It assists the body in relaxing. So let's put a smile on our face and let us take a deep breath in. Breathing in. Holding it for just a moment. And relaxing, releasing. Another deep breath in. So now we have reset ourselves. Now we have reclaimed our minds. And from here, we can ask a beautiful question. And the question is, what is here now? So we ask the question and then we begin to answer that question. For me, I would say the fireplace is here, the paintings are here, the kids are having their Christmas stockings up early this year, so those are here. There's a television here, there's a PlayStation here, there's curtains, there's a window, there's the ceiling, there's my hand, my thumb, my foot. Breathing is here. I can feel my heartbeat, that is here. There's a cupboard here, and the painting. There's a table, there's the couch that I'm sitting on. So we begin to pull our attention away from past or present, or actually past and future. And we begin to turn our attention toward that which is here now. Not labeling it, not calling it anything, not judging it, simply describing what is here now. And this allows us to be fully present in the nowness in this moment. Just like the trees that have their roots run so deep into the ground that not even the mighty winds can uproot them. And as we make this a practice, because it is all about practice, that was actually another topic that came to me just before recording this one, that something along the lines of sanity rests on the foundation of our practice. Something like that. That we need to have a solid practice, a regular, consistent practice. That is what this whole path is all about, cultivating a way of life that allows us to remain sane, to reclaim our sanity. And even when we fall, we get to pick ourselves up and we get to begin again, starting again with our practice. And we want to have, and we need to have a practicing the presence practice. We need to have a regular practice that allows us to come back to the nowness, this moment, not only once, not only at the beginning of the day when we move into meditation, or whenever we move into meditation, not only when we move into prayer, but in between, in the moments in between, coming back, taking those conscious, deep breaths, asking ourselves, what is here now? And then begin to articulate and describe what truly is here now. So that we pull the mind back. The mind is sometimes on like a rubber band. It contracts, and we need to pull it into expansion. And we pull it into expansion by refraining from being hijacked by opinions and judgments and thoughts as to what should and should not be. We pull it into expansion by moving into the nowness of this moment. So we want to make the nowness of this moment, the holy now, the sacred now, we want to make that our resting place, the space that we live from, that we move from. Being mindful, witnessing and observing that which is, embracing and allowing that which is. And then from there, we get to make conscious choices. So what is here now? And I can sense the tingly sensation of the chi that is flowing through my body, and particularly in this now moment as I'm turning my attention toward my foot, my right foot, I sense the tingly sensation in my right foot. I can move my attention to my left knee, and I can feel my left knee. I don't need to look at it to know that it is there. I can sense it, I can feel it. The little finger on my left hand, I don't see it, but I sense it. My right ear, air flowing in and out. I can hear this soft no, that's not the word. I can hear the fan of the computer and the slight noise that it is making. I'm aware of our cat that is lying next to me. What is here now? We do not need to bother, we do not need to concern ourselves with future moments. Nothing in nature is concerning itself with moments to come. But all of nature is so steeped in the nowness of this moment. And what is nature? Such a beautiful expression of peace, right? Such a beautiful expression of celebration, appreciation, of beauty, of abundance, all needs met. And it is not because God favors nature, but it is because nature is in such a state of allowing abundance, wholeness, peace, joy, love. to penetrate, to permeate, to infuse it. Whatever has been, has been. We know nothing about what will come in future moments. We can assist the coming in turning our attention toward either the good that we wish to experience or the bad that we don't wish to experience. But being fully present here, being in this expanded state of consciousness, in a high vibration, feeling good, rejoicing, celebrating, gratitude, thanksgiving, allows for the good that we wish to experience. Even when we're not concerned with it, it just allows it because we're so open and available. We're receptive for more good than we can ever imagine to just flow into our lives with ease and grace. But sanity, remaining and sustaining peace, remaining in and sustaining joy, remaining in and sustaining love, remaining in and sustaining harmony, regardless, independently of external conditions and circumstances. Sanity rests firmly on our ability to be anchored, grounded, centered in the nowness of this moment. So let us take another deep couple of conscious breaths, breathing in, holding it, and releasing with that smile on our face. Another deep breath in. And release. Let us ask that question. What is here now? Abundance is here now. Joy is here now. Harmony is here now. Warmth is here now. Fire is here now. The smile is here now. None of it good, none of it bad, none of it right, none of it wrong. It just is what it is. And we just see it as it is. Releasing our mental filters, past projections, past experiences. So, this is the invitation for us today. For the next 24 hours, for the next couple of days, to stop on a regular basis, as often as we can remember, every time we go to the bathroom. What if we used that time, those couple of minutes, to come back to the breath and be with the breath? Just looking around us, just looking around, paying attention, being present to that which is here. And the question for us to ask is just that: what is here now? What is, as we're cooking, what if we stopped and just asked ourselves that question? What is here now? As we're lying in our bed, getting ready to go off to sleep, what if we asked that question? What is here now? Began to scan the body, really feel the linens, the cover, the pillow. Pay attention to sounds outside our windows, like I'm hearing birds outside our window right now. That is here now. Our car is here. The sky is here. Trees are here. What is here now? Goodness is here. presence is here. Thank you so much for tuning in, for participating, as always. And as always, until we meet again, I bless our days, and I bless our ways. In the absolute knowing, and feel free to say it with me, in the absolute knowing that all is well, that something wonderful is happening, that everything is working for our highest good, the perfect preparation and unfolding is always happening. With much love and many blessings. Namaste.